So right after I shut off, oh, by the way, you're at MR Strategies once again at on the 14th of April. And right after I stopped out of that one trade that I was a little too aggressive with, it punched up one more time and failed again at just below R1. So the market is obviously saying something in terms of that level, and it's expected. I took this one once again a little aggressive on it, but I never got punched out. I took it at 41, and I got I forgot. I think I got nine. I got eight halves and six halves, and I have a few left. So I'm gonna let this one play out, and just my understanding of what these locations mean to price. And the more you watch this, the more you see it. And look at all these sell zones finally getting in, and they jumped on it. So I don't know how far they can push this one. And as it goes, I'll just keep lowering my stop. And this one made up quite nicely for the trade that I should not have put on beforehand. I was like, basically, what I was doing, it was I was looking for a continuation based on my knowledge of this platform. And sometimes when the ribbon starts to expand like that, sometimes in a weaker market, price will fail. This would just be profit taken and it would roll, but it's just too strong the market, and you're getting the follow through hard to the upside, and they chased it back up to this level here where like I said, it's still the air is a little thin up here. You're gonna have a hard time finding buyers at those extreme levels, and price is gonna have a tendency to reverse pattern. So that is my third counter trend short. I have yet to get a long on, and the best long was this morning at the pivot. I mean, the market shouldn't get. You can see once again how the ribbon is expanding, but it just this market's just so bullish that all these turns are just turns, and they just start chopping it around back to the upside. But you know, I'm looking for something a little greater, and it's I'm playing it the hard way because that's how I trade. I mean, I'm looking for this extended breakdown that just has not happened, but you know, makes it a little easier when the bulkier position you make substantial profit at it, and so I'll take one off. And I won't take one off. Now this one should fail, but see how how price comes up. If it was weak, this would fail right here. It would fail right in here. But the Dow seems to have another leg. Dow's really strong today. All right, and I'll take that for now. I'm not, I should just take. You don't want to get too greedy. There's nothing wrong. Profit's profit. And now I'm just going to let the one lot ride out. This one, it doesn't make a difference. If it runs up, I made $50 on it, but overall, I did well on the balance of my short position. So, so for those of you watching, this is MR Strategies. This is my second live day presentation. So we're going to find out. This is a battle now of the zones. This could kick in and for another short that could take us down to the pivot. So now we want to see, but we're still above the moving averages, and you got to respect them until they breach them. And you're not getting any help from the Dow. The Dow is just the rocking 37.8, 33.7, almost 33.800. Okay, just see if this is going to be a resistance level. Around numbers sometimes are, but Dow seems to be much stronger than it was yesterday. So as you see, I got these charts up for you. If you're wondering what this chart on the far left is, that is just a faster time chart. You can see how fast the movement is. This is more of a scalper's chart. The idea of how I have the three charts up is fast, semi-fast, slow, because you can see what it does in terms of it takes the noise out a little bit. Well, not this one right here, actually, that chart, but I like to watch this one right here on the left because it's a longer time frame and it wipes out all the noise, and I really enjoy it when I have a position on because it really helps me better understand. If you got to watch these charts, you're always gonna get jacked out. And basically, I'm just I'm just trading what they're giving me in this morning range. You know, I said it. This thing could fire up below 36 even right at the MA. It's gonna be a difficult short, but it is what it is. We'll see. See what I'm saying? How it came up, price came to the bottom of that ribbon, and they're starting to show some weakness. The Dow might tell you about 33.8 round number, and now they're rolling over a little bit. So it's kind of a heads up for a possible another short entry. We'll see if another lower pivot high develops and to confirm it. Right now, there's no use jumping it. See how they extended almost all the way here. It's got a print under 575 for the bars that turn. So here it is. They're gonna test you right here. All right, I'll put this on. If it locks, we'll see. Ooh, we got to be careful. Didn't lock. It's flirting though, so something's going on. Something's definitely going on here. You see, they're bubbling around EMA. They're trying to decide whether they want to break the dam, and I think they might. So I might be ready to put this on. All right, this is way too aggressive. and I didn't get any confirmation. It's the same thing that got me in trouble last time. Just anticipating, and I'm going to be anticipating wrong. uh, so I'm going to just really a bad bar. I do think something's happening here, but I don't like what's developing with the Dow. They're making another more charge to 33.8, and I should have been a little more patient with that. So I'm just gonna put this up there, and let's see if I can weasel my way out of these. All right, I'm gonna just reduce my risk on that, and that's a little more feasible. I believe this should roll, but you can see the problem it's having. It's CMA, and it's a battle right now. Always important to wait for confirmation. All you're seeing is just my experience with price and my aggressive trading style, which isn't for everybody. So it's always do as I say, not as I do. And you can see why you're just gasket. It's just torture. But I reduced my risk on it, so that's okay. I think you can see that we are, there is some type of deceleration going on. So, what's it there? Right there. And it's kind of right at it. So it's a tight trend line here. I just don't know. No momentum. It's kind of sitting, trying to decide what to do. And challenging it. If this locked in, would be called a continuation short from this move. Price failed and it hasn't yet. So that's what I was expecting here, and it never played out. And there it is. There's the lock bar. So for the traders in other rooms, or for this is where they would be calling out the short right in here. That's a lower pivot high. It would probably be right at this price point, 5.5 or better. Obviously, I took it a little higher in anticipation of this, but we'll see. what they do. Well, they just double bottomed at five even. It's that five's got to come out. In fact, if this thing gets legs, so you got momentum. Let's say accelerating. This price is just dragging. We need the Dow to unravel down. And not yet. And the 4.5. Probably show it with a two handle profit mark target, but it's okay. Notice I was a little more cautious at the MA with my quantity. It's because you just never know and you want to respect it. I forget, I'm still short that one from 41 as well, or 42. I don't know where I got it. Oh, all right. So paid out. Let's see how much the stuff wants to roll over. So you see what I'm saying about how you got to pay attention to price failing into this ribbon. Obviously, I got ahead of myself on this one, and I got stopped out. But what's important as a trader is you're gonna have losers. Okay, it's just the nature of the business, and you can't let it affect your overall decision making. That was stupidity on my part, and I accept it. I knew it when I put it on. It wasn't. I should have waited a little longer, but it doesn't change the way I go after it. And when it rallied up in reverse, I took it again, and and it actually played out exactly the way I expected it to play out this time. So, and these are little things about this platform that are really nice. This is, I spent a lot of time help develop these charts with the owner of the company. He's a good guy, and you know, you could get a. This is how it allows me to sit with trades a little longer because you know what I'm paying attention to, momentum. I mean, I don't really care what price is doing if momentum is still negative. And see how this is just a little profit taking, and they try to get you lured in, but look at momentum stay negative, and in fact it increased, and the challenge was to take out the MA at 36, which it eventually did. Now we have a different game going on here. You have a when we're below the moving averages for now, so we're going to have to see how Price Deal handles it, and see if I can get a fill here. Looks like I'm the last one. Sometimes you are, and sometimes you're not. Sometimes I've been the first, so I'm gonna have to wait for this one. You see the, and you can see the Dow is helping out too. And once again, we talked about this 33.8. It's a round number. Markets are really weird about round numbers. And I still have one on, and I have what I call the 10 handle rule, but I'll play it. I'll play it for a low. You can look at how it's building up steam, and this is how you just pay attention to what's in front of you. Just a quality two off double top at a significant resistance level, temporary hold of the moving average, failure of price inside this ribbon, another lower pivot high, even the five halves that would have room would have got paid off as well. And you know what? I'm gonna take this stop. That'll be that. I don't see the market getting up to 7.5, but I've seen crazier things happen. So playing with my chips, and this is what the third counter trend short. Actually the fourth. I added on right there. And when I yellow for what I take, blue for just a turn. Oops. Okay. All right, I'm gonna let this one play out, guys, and I'll be back a little late in a little bit.